How's it going? David from Comic Book Investments. So in this video, we're going to look at 5 keys that are dropping in price. And actually, most of these comics on this list are from you guys. Anytime you want me to check out a book, just comment below, just put whatever, you can just put the title, SpiderMan 1, right? That about it. I'll throw it in my list, and then when I come around to do this every weekend, I will see if it's on that list. Now, it may be on a dropping, maybe on a heating up, who knows? And I'll try to get to everyone's, but I'm sorry, but I try to get to everyone's comments, but I don't. So if I don't see it, anytime you want to know if I read your comment, I put the heart icon. That means I have read it. And in most cases, I try to respond as well if it's something I can respond to. So yes, if maybe I didn't see yours, feel free to comment again, and I will try to see yours and put it on this list, or it may or may not be on the list because it just didn't make the cut for whatever reason. Maybe it didn't fit in a dropping or going up. It was just kind of middle of the road, no real data. But in any case, before I get into this video, yes, I'm going to announce it again. I have an auction going on, and it ends this Tuesday, which is Tuesday the 15th, and also Wednesday the 16th. It's 2 days long. So yes, go check it out, collectorscomics.com. Running an auction. I have stuff like this, Journey to Mystery 8350. I got a bunch of Hulk 181s. This one's an 85. All sorts of stuff up there. Tons of keys. Got over 1,200 comics. It ends this Tuesday, the 15th of November. And also got a few pieces of original art. Got a John Romita Senior preliminary cover to Spider-Man magazine #1. They're going to do this magazine thing. Never really took off, but this is kind of like the early drawings of the cover before they actually made the real cover. So go ahead, check that out, and let's get into this video. All right, first we got Spider-Man 360. This is the first cameo appearance of Carnage. A 9.4 is down 80% from $110 to $22. Yes, $22. That's down 80%. That was the biggest drop. A 9.6 is down 67% from 165 last year. Now it's on 55. And a 9.8 is down 68% from $500 to $160. So obviously 361 is dropping a lot. And this one, of course, will drop as well. I mean, this book wasn't really worth anything before. Not too much. I mean, if you're going to get Carnage, you want 361. It's not terribly expensive, so you might as well just spring the extra amount of money and get a 361 other than this book here. Will this book ever get up to like $500 for a 9.8? Yeah, I could see it again going up to $500 for a 9.8. Why? Because it's in the Spider-Man run. It's in the 90s, which is still, most people read their comics, they didn't keep it in perfect condition, but then they also had a lot of supply during this time as well. But it's a Spider-Man book. They're always desired. I mean, look at the early appearances of Spider-Man. There's just, every single book in there is worth a lot of money because people want it. All right, next we got Daredevil #9, first appearance of Echo. A 9.4 is down 66% from 350 to 120. A 9.6 is down 71% from 675 to 199. And then a 9.8 is down to 225 from a high of 1,045 and is down almost 80%. So first appearance of Echo. Apparently she's getting her own TV series. I mean, who knows? I haven't seen it. Haven't seen the trailer. Who knows if it's going to be good or not good. Personally, I mean, she was all right in, the Hawkeye TV show? I think that's what she is in, right? Was it the Hawkeye one? I'm pretty sure. But anyways, or whatever she was in. I can't remember now. She's pretty good. Her own show, I don't see why. Like, why? I don't get that. Like, I feel like that show is... So you had the first tier of the MCU TV shows, and then they do all this like second tier stuff, like they're doing Agatha. I'm like, really? Out of all the characters you have in Marvel, you want to do an Agatha TV show? Like, don't you think you had enough of her just in, the WandaVision as like a side character? Like, do we really need a whole show Ugh, that's why I don't understand. Who's making these decisions? Like Echo, really? Like of all the characters, all of them that you have in Marvel, thousands upon thousands and thousands. These are the characters that you want to spend, you want people to spend 6-8 hours with, however many episodes it's long. And I don't know. I don't know. I honestly, I feel like it's some like check block or checklist of, check off or something. I have no idea. Like, what, Echo, really? Like, she's fine. But it's not like, yeah, I want to see a show about her the whole time for 6 hours, 8 hours, whatever it is. It's like, no, just have her as a side character. Stop making side characters the main character. Nonetheless, it's dropping. And honestly, this is what will happen with this book. The trailer or something will come out. We'll see a little spike, but they'll continue to drop again. Because honestly, this show is not going to be good. Like, it will be okay at best. But it's not going to be, it just doesn't have the bones there to make it into a show that's just going to be super amazing. Like, I could be wrong, right? I could be wrong. But just on its surface, it doesn't sound like a very, mind you, this is Marvel. So when people tune in, this is not like you're tuning into, a comedy or something like that. You're tuning into superheroes. So you want it to be superhero type of a show. So people tuning in this are, I don't know, it's just not going to be good. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the best it'll be is okay, and that'll be about it. So I would never say this book is a long-term investment. All right, moving on. Green Lantern 59, first Guy Gardner. A 5.5 is down 65% from 800 to 277. A 7.5 is down 61% from 1200 to 465. And a 9.0 is down 61% from 2060 back in August, so not too long ago. Now it's only 810. Look at that graph. It's literally just straight up, straight down. So this is very interesting. So for this book, the 9.0, it had 4 sales this year. It had one around like 1,700. And then a few months later, in August, it had this sale in Heritage for almost 21,000. And that was in August. Then September, October, it had 2 sales. And it was this one at 8. The most recent one was 810. And the one right before that was like $1,000 or slightly under $1,000, somewhere around there. So pretty much you had 2 sales that were almost $2,000, or one was $2,000, and then the other 2 were like 1,000 or under, and just instantly happened like that. And the reason why is because during that time, HBO was supposed to come out with a Green Lantern TV show. It was going to center around Alan Scott, Guy Gardner, I think Jon Stewart, and maybe some other ones. And now that show's been canceled. So it literally cut the book in half, value-wise. Kind of crazy. So it's going down across the board. Long term, I mean, it's a Silver Age Green Lantern, so it has that going. That's a good thing going for it. Guy Gardner, he was really popular in the 90s, but he's not popular now at all. He was very, very, I remember him in the 90s. He was very, very popular in the 90s. I never understood why, but very popular, not so much anymore. I just really don't, long term, yes, this will have value and holds value because there's going to be a lot of people that like Guy Gardner because, they grew up reading him. But that's kind of about it. I don't honestly, this is like a big key to get. All right, next we got Detective 400, first appearance of Man Bat and also a Neil Adams cover. A 4.5 is down 41% from 400 to 235. A 5.5 is down 40% from 450 to 270. And a 6.0 is down 31% from 450 to 312. Now, someone asked me to put this on here. And, I was looking at it. And there is a slight drop recently. But the overarching thing is if you look at the graph, most of these Silver Age Batman, Neil Adams stuff, they didn't really get any from the comic boom, just a huge jump. They just ever slow, steadily just been going up over the last, looks like 10 years. It's just an incline all the way up. So that's good. So it has a dip right now, But I think the course is just pretty much this, so it's just going to be like this along the way. So it has a little dip now, so I wouldn't worry about it. It is down across the board, but it's probably just down like seasonal reasons and what's going on with the economy and stuff like that. But overall, I still think it's a good book. And if you look at this stuff, like you've seen the videos, most of these books are dropping by like 80%, 70%. This is dropping by like 30, 40% from a high. That's not that big of a deal. So I wouldn't worry about this book. I still think it's a good book long term. All right, last on the list, we got What If number 10. A 9.4 is down 69% from 400 to 125. A 9.6 is down 69% as well from 900 to 275. And a 9.8 is down 61% from 2150 back last year to about 848. Now, this is the first appearance of Jane Foster as Thor. And as we know, she was in the movie, blah, blah. What do I think of this book? I think this book will be worth a lot more than it used to be due to the comic series where Jane Foster becomes Thor and because of the movie. But those are kind of like one-off things. I don't... $21.50 for a 9.8. Sorry, I'm cracking my knuckles. I don't really see it going back to those levels. I feel like this book is going to stay around. Like in the meantime, it'll be around, the $800 range. But I could see this book getting back up to like the $1,500 range for a 9.8. Maybe the $2,000 in a long time from now, like 5 or 10 years. But that's kind of like where I see this book. That'll be it. That is this video. And once again, please check out my auction. Ends this Tuesday and Wednesday, 2 days long, and then it's done. No more talking about it. And collectorscomics.com. Have a great day.